between the hard disk and your processor. So we are going to discuss this open function, right? And this open function, it generally takes up two arguments. One of them is the file name and second one is the file mode. Okay, and when I had talked about file modes, there are three types of file modes: read, write, and append mode. Read mode, it means file should already exist in the location and only thing will be done is reading from the file. That is, whatever content is there in the file will be read from there and brought into the file object, and then program can do anything with that data. Write means file is created if it doesn't exist, okay, and if it exists, all its previous content will be replaced by the new content. And append means if file doesn't exist, it will be created and new content will be added to the previous content, right? Data will not be replaced. So these are the three types of file modes which we are going to work with. So we are going to first start with reading from a file. Very important, reading from a file, and for this we use three functions. One is the read function, second is read line function, and third is read lines function. These three functions, they are primarily used for doing the reading operation from a file. Now there, although these three functions, their task is the same, that is to read file content, but there is a difference in their way of working. So what do you understand by the read function? Please look at it very carefully. The read function, it may or may not take one argument. You can see I have placed this n within square brackets, which shows that it is an optional argument. Optional argument means either you can call the function without any arguments, or you can pass one integer object to this argument. What does this integer object means? 3 bytes. And this is n bytes, right? Read n bytes from the file. Understood? Here 3 means read 3 bytes from the file. And this means read entire file content. If no argument is provided, then that means read the entire file content. Understood that? So this is the read function. Second is the read line function. And to this also we can pass an argument n, where n is an integer object, and this is also optional. That is, you can either call readline function without any argument, which will mean read one line at a time. It will read one line from the current pointer position within the file. And second is read line n, which means read first n bytes from the current line, right? So as we do the practicals, it would be clear to you. We will start with the very first operation, that is reading from the file. So everybody look very carefully. As I had already demonstrated yesterday, that on my system I have created a file handling tutorial folder, and what I did was I already created some files. So I'm going to delete some extra files here, and I had created a file named about text files and a Python file that is all file operations, right? So let us start with one of the programs which will read all the contents of a text file. So I have a file here named poembth. Okay, and you can see this is a text file which I had created beforehand. So my program is going to read the content of this text file. So how to do it? I'm going to create the Python program in the same folder, and you can see that the file is also in the same folder. So we only need to pass the name of the file. So let me open. I'm going to create a new program over here. So instead of open, I'm going to new, Control S for save, and I'll go to my folder and just type here read from file demo.py. So I've just given a name to it, and what I'm going to do is read content from this file. So firstly I need to check the name of the file, and you can see its name is poembth. You can right click on it, rename, and from here you can copy the name of the file if the name of the file is too long. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file object. Suppose the name of my file object is my file equals open, and here I'm simply going to paste this .txt, which is the name of my file. And along with this, because I'm going to read the content of the file, so which file mode should I use? R.
R.
Right? So this is the statement which I have given for reading from the file. Now, for reading from the file, I already said there is a function named read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an object, a string object, which will contain the content from the file. So that would be like I have just given a name content to this string object equals my file dot read, which will read the content from the file. So first this file of what will happen, Python will read the content from the file and it will save it within the file object. And because I have used this string object here, from the file object, that content will be fetched into this string object within the Python file. Now, if I just print content, let's see what the program gives us. So Control F5, and you can see it reads the entire content of the file and displays this. All I did was number one, open the file. Second was read entire file content. Third, display content. So content, what happened actually is, let me explain it over here. This is your disk file, right? And it contains your file. So from here, the content is brought into your file object, right? Which contains all the lines of the file. From here, it is saved in the variable named content. Now this content is what? It is a string object within your Python program. And then using this string object, you can perform any operation. You can either display it, or you can characters, lowercase characters, you can count words, right? Anything, whatever you want to do, you can do on that file content. Is this much clear to everybody? Creating a file, opening a file. Let me save this. I'm going to save these program code because I'll be giving it to you. Read from a file. Very first thing which we did was read from a file, right? So this is reading from a file. This is reading entire content from the file. Now, suppose I specifically pass an argument to the read function. You can see I have passed 5 as the argument. What is it going to do? Now, before I go to this one, I want you to understand one more thing. Every file which I create, it contains a file pointer. Suppose this is my file and these are the lines which are written, right? And at the beginning of this file, there would be a file pointer. The task of the file pointer is to mark the next point of read. That is the point in the file from where the next read operation will take place. Point from where next read operation takes place. Got it? So it is going to read how byte by byte. The file pointer reads it proceeds byte by byte. Okay, 1 byte equals 8 bits. So we are not going to consider bits here, we are going to consider bytes, right? So it is going to read a number of bytes and then stop over there, which marks the starting point to start reading the next byte. So I'm going to copy the content of this file, and this way I'll be able to explain it. So so this is exactly how your file appears. This is the poem bth dot txt file. Right now, within this file, you can see I had specified here. Read the first. Did I close it? I had specified here my file dot read 5. So what will happen over here? In the beginning, your file pointer is here, right? Read 5 bytes, first 5 bytes. That means God, then a white space, then M. So what is going to be there in content? This is going to be there in content. So content will contain what? Content is actually a string object which consists of how many characters? 5 characters. God, a white space character, and M. This way, whatever content you read from the file, it can be saved in a string object and it can be used. Now, if you again start reading, so now 5 characters have been read, that is still here the reading operation has been done. Now your pointer is set where? Beginning of A. Now if you start reading, again if you read 5 more characters, which all characters will it read? Can anyone tell me? If it has to read 5 more characters, so which all characters will be read from the file?
Ma'am, ADE space
A,
CO.
E, white space, and T.
C.
Why C? Where is C? It's read 5.
Okay.
ADE space and T. That is 5 characters. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understood this? So these are the characters which will be read. And then again here your pointer will be set for reading H. Got it? Now again I say read 5 characters. Which all characters will be read? H, E, then space E and A. Then again my pointer is set at R. Now which character will be read? R, T, H, semicolon, and a new line character also, which appears at the end, which occurs at the end of the line. Because it is a text file, every line will be delimited by an end of line character. Don't forget that every line has an end of line character, so you have to consider that also. And this is EOF. Understood? So ये ध्यान में रखते हुए चलना है. So last one will be RTH, then a semicolon and slash n, that is new line character, which is a non-printable character. We cannot see that, but it has its existence. Right? Now when you start reading, your pointer is set over here. You have to read 5 characters. It would be man, then space and n. And then your pointer will be set at the beginning of A. Is this? So now your task is this: read a file's first 30 bytes and print it. So how are we going to do this? Suggest changes in the same program. I have to print the first 30 bytes and print it. So I will simply type 30 over here, and now I will run the program, and you can see these are 30 bytes. And you also have to consider the end of line character at the end of this line. That is, after semicolon, that there is a new line character. Okay. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So till C it completes how many characters? 30 characters, including the new line character at the end of the first line. This one should be clear to everyone. Okay. Okay. Next is read line function. Now we will be using the read line function. As I said, it reads one single line at a time. So first we will be seeing the non-argument version of it. Okay. So the question is to read the content of the file line by line. So let us do that. So file is already opened. Okay. Now you have to read content from the file line by line. So for using the read line function, what we do is we first define content and just provide a single space to it, such that content is not content. We have to make sure it does not contain none value. It should not contain an absence of value. It should contain at least one single character which is valid. That's why we are giving a space in the beginning. Now we write while content. That is, while there is some valid character in content. कंटेंट के अंदर कोई वैलिड कैरेक्टर है तब तक लूप को चलाते रहो. Understood? The meaning of the statement is this. Now what are we going to do in this? Content equals my file dot read line. That means read one single line from the file. Okay. And when one line is completely read, that is, it will read the content of the file till where? It will read the content of the file till the first new line character discovered here. That means it has to be first of all, your pointer is set over here. So it will read it till the very first end of line character discovered. यहाँ से यहाँ तक वो read करेगा. And then the pointer will be again set at the beginning of the next line. Okay, then you again run the read line function. It will read the next line till the next new line character, and it will go on doing this. So while it goes on doing this, content contains some valid characters till here. फिर लास्ट लाइन भी इसने रीड कर ली. इट कंटेन्स दिस लास्ट लाइन, दैट इज हेल मदर ऑफ रिलीजन, स्टिल दिस exclamation mark. And now when again it reads content, what will be there in content? Content will contain none value, because the file pointer has reached the end of file character, which marks the end of the file. So till the time content, that variable, the string object contains valid characters, your loop will continue executing, which will imply that the end of file has not reached. But the moment it reads a none value, the moment this statement is executed and none value is read within this string object, it will show that content doesn't contain any valid characters, and hence end of file has reached. Okay, so now once one line has been read, I want to display the file, so I will simply write print content. Control S for save the file. Now run the program. And you can see that the program executes but with an extra line. See, one line is already, you are getting one line already, because within the print statement, even if we don't write, there is an end value which contains /n/r, which stands for line break. So one change of line is because of this, that is one single line is read, it is printed, right? And then because of this, line is changed, and then at the end of this line there is already a new line character, because of which a blank line is changed once again, and from here starts the next line. Man made confining, फिर end में जाएगा, it will change the line because of the default value of end in the print statement. It will change the line, again it gets an end of line character at the end of that line, so again it will change the line. Okay, so that is the reason why you can see this extra blank line everywhere, which is inserted, which is a result of the end of line character at the end of every line. If I have to remove that line, what should I do? So for this purpose, I will be typing here rstrip, which is actually used to remove, to strip the string of any new line or space, any non-printable character which appears at the end of the line. Okay, so when I'm using rstrip, you might have studied these three functions in class 11: rstrip, lstrip, and strip. Okay, so rstrip strips any trailing spaces or new line characters from a string. What are trailing spaces? That is the spaces or new line characters which appear at the end, that is on the right side of a string. If you don't want to use rstrip, you can simply use strip also, that will also do the work. Got it? So now that extra blank line is gone, and so you can see that this is how the content of the file is being printed over here. So that was read line function. Let me save this also. Now, if I have to read, like what I'm going to do is, this was what I did within using a loop. Suppose I don't use a loop. I simply write here content equals my file dot read line. So you people are going to tell me what will be the output of this. So now I am going to run the program once again, and the file content I am going to open. So this is the file, right? Yes. So file and the program both are in front of you. You are going to tell me the output of this line. File is opened, file pointer is set over here where the cursor is there. Okay, this cursor will help you to identify the position of the file pointer. So what will be the output of this program? Tell me quickly.
Now only first line will be read.
That is, God made the earth till the semicolon, and also till the new line character. Actually, the new line character is also there. Okay, fine. So now one line has been read. Now I'm changing it. Now tell me what will be the output of the program.
First two lines.
First two lines. Very good. That these two lines will be printed. If I run the program, you can see first two lines have been printed along with the new line character. Okay. And this way, what do you infer from this? It means that the read line function, it keeps on reading the next line from the file. Okay. And this thing, instead of doing it like this, we use a while loop for reading the content from the file. So I'll simply write while content equals my file dot read line, print content, right? And at the end, please make sure that you also call the close function, which dissociates your file, your disk file from the file object. This is a very important function, students. Although in case of reading a file, it is not that important because you are not making any changes in the file. File object or file handle dot close doesn't take any arguments. It is only used for dissociating file, disk file in the disk from file object. Means your work is done. Also, it's used for save changes or commit the changes. Commit the changes to the disk file. Means all changes done in the file object, that is done temporarily in RAM, so that has to be saved in the hard disk. And this is mostly important when we are writing anything to the file. When the file mode used is write or append, at that time it is very important. But it is a good programming practice, that is, wherever you create a file handling program, at the end of doing, after doing every work, once your work with the file is done, once the content has been read, you should close the file. Okay. So this is how we read the content of the file line by line. Now I'm just changing this. Read line 5. What is going to happen? So let's run the program. Okay. Now you can see over here, every line is read. Everything is read from the file, but 5 bytes at a time. That means if I just have to show it, wait a second. And I'm going to copy the output also. Like I'm going to copy the first two lines only. So this is the output of the file. Now what difference do you see over here? In the beginning, the file pointer is set at the beginning, right? And because I had specifically written content equals my file dot read line, how much? 5. That means read 5 bytes. So you can see that the first 5 bytes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are read, okay, and they are displayed. Then within that, now the file pointer is set where? Over here at A. then A, D, E space and T, that is red. ये भी यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले हो गया. Then H, E space E and A, ये भी यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले हो गया. Then R, T, H semicolon and the new line character is there. Or you can say that whatever is left on a single line, whatever is left till the first new line character, you can see only 4 characters are there till the new line character. So that is also printed along with the new line character. The size of the last line is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because the fifth one is what? It's the new line character. And that new line character inserts this extra blank line in between. Coming to the next line, divide it with a factor of 5. So these are 5 characters, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Till here 5 characters. So you can see these are till here it is printed. Then ing till C is printed. Then OUNTR till here it is printed. And now you have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. IES and a new line character. So but how many characters are there? Only 4 characters, but we had given 5 characters. Why? Because this is a read line function, and read line function only either reads the entire line if no argument is given, or if any number is given as an argument, it reads only that many number of characters till the new line character on that line is encountered. तो इस line में जब तक हमें new line नहीं मिलता तब तक वो characters read करेगा. New line मिलने तक कितने characters मिल रहे? 3 characters मिल रहे. Fine, print them and change the line. Got it? Same happens with the rest of the lines also. First is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is printed? A, N, D, space and T. Next, 1, 2, air and a space. And the space is there. Then fancy. After fancy, there is a hyphen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till Z. Then EN space BO. Then UNDAR. Then IES and full stop. So this is going to be the output. If I check the output, you can see it over here. The same. Compare the two, it's the same, right? So I hope this is clear to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.